Morning. I know I'm late, woke up late. Sorry. I'm gonna get this out as quick as I can because I gotta get ready for church. I know y'all watching the game right now, so whoever comes, the stragglers, this is just the game plan for the week. For today, actually, not for the week. This is the game plan for today. I did have notes. I did have everything here. I tried to last night, but I really fell asleep, y'all. It's been a hectic week. And honestly, it was a hectic month last month. We almost done. We're getting everything in order. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming by, stopping by, joining us. It's your boy JT Up4Review coming with week 5 game plan. Week 4 game plan I still have here. I do a breakdown of everything that I have. I still left the notes, still left everything here. I understand tough loss, frustrating loss, upsetting loss. Every adjective of frustration and upset and disappointment you can have out there, yes, that was what was described uh, with it. Um, yeah, man, that was a tough loss last week, especially with the way it was setting up and how it was coming around. That could be a changing that actually could have been a change in culture type of win. That would have been needed, even though it was to a team that we were better than. It was a change. It would have been a change in regime and us overcoming a lot of mistakes. So that was something that we still have to, having been able to check off the to-do list, win a game with overcoming mistakes. So still on the board, still got bulletin board material, still got things we need to work on. But again, thank you for showing up today. It's your boy JT, the one and only Mr. King of Controversy himself, Mr. Up4Review. Yes, it is he, is I, is him, it's his, yes, us. Mr. Accurate himself. No one has been more accurate, right, or anything like that. Shout out to you, Dark. You my boy still, but I'm just gonna let you know, hey man, proof is in the pudding. So let's get right to it, man. All right, week 5. Week 5 is here. Shoot, it's already flying by. We at week 5 already. Uh, Raiders versus Colts, man. Raiders versus Colts. So what's going to go on, man? What do we need to do? What needs to be done? What we have to look out for? What we gonna have to break down? Um, Simple as this, man. We have to win on first down on offense and on defense, especially on defense. If we allow them to get ahead of the sticks, they're just gonna run it down our throats, and it's gonna be tough for us to stop that. We have to win on early downs, first and second down. We have to win on both sides of the ball. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Chip, speed up the game for Gino. And what I mean by speed up the game, like if okay, let's talk about offense first. What I mean by speed up the game, stop having them 5-step drops or them long 3-step, slow 3-step drops. Speed up the game for him. Make him quick reads, get it out. Utilize your talent that you have. We have talent. It's not the best talent with our wide receiver core, but we have it. We have speed. We have quick twitch guys. Get the ball out early. Allow your playmakers to do something. Make a guy miss and just get it out. Quick screen, slants, skinny post, things like that. Some short. Force their corners to come up. Force their corners to have to try and guard our guys. Yes, we don't have the superstar wide receiver. We don't have the guys that just blow. We do have a guy who can blow the lid off the top. We have two actually, but we have to put them in position, man. Again, thank you for everyone for stopping by and showing love. I appreciate y'all. Thank you again. Really, I'm just trying to run through this real quick. I'm running a little late, but it is what it is, man. Chip, this game is on you more than it is on Gino, more than it is on Ashton. The game plan is on you. Last week, you partially did it, which is why there was so much success, but you didn't commit to it. I know you see the title, commitment, commit, and discipline. If we do not commit and we do not have discipline, we're going to lose and lose badly. It's going to look terrible. But yes, we have to commit. You have to fully commit. I understand you love what Gino brings to the table. You love his package, but he's not the guy you got to go through. You fell in love with people. You constantly fall in love with specific type of players. You did that with DTR, UCLA. You did that with excuse me. Did that with Franklin. You've done that with multiple people, stating all the way back to Oregon. You know what I'm saying? DeAnthony Thomas, Jermichael, not DeAnthony Thomas, Jermichael Finley. Kenyon Barner. You know, just like you've done it multiple times where you'll fall in love with one guy and force feed them too much, and it just allows mistakes to happen, and you don't take advantage of the actual mismatch that you have. We have mismatches. We didn't take advantage of the mismatch last week. And like I said, there was no reason. Like Gentry had an easy 138 yard, an easy 138. That wasn't a tough 138. He didn't really get beat up. He wasn't hit hard. He should have had 30. If you give him 30 carries and overall, or the overall running back room, if they had 40 carries, we win that game easy. Raheem was averaging 15 yards. I think what? Yeah, he was averaging 15 yards per carry, and you only gave him. I have it written down. I have it written down somewhere. He only had about what I think 5 or 6 carries at 15 yards a clip. I mean, shoot, and in Ashton, he was averaging 5.6 yards a clip. Feed them the ball, man. There was no reason he only had 21 rushing attempts and Morrison only had like 4 or 5 rushing attempts. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Commit to it. Absolutely. I don't know what the fruity stuff is, but I appreciate you, Ambrose. Thanks for stopping by. James, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate y'all. Um, of course, I love my mom. Um, but we're talking about the Raiders. We're talking about the Raiders. All right, Coca. Now, right now, the offensive game plan. What needs to happen? Last week, it was run, Gentry, run. This week, commit. Just commit to it. Simplify the game. Speed up the game for Gino to get the ball out quick, and still I know people are going to say this is wrong. The Colts are the ninth ranked rushing. They have the ninth ranked rushing defense in the league right now. Ninth. But they're still skeptical to running up the middle. We got to run the ball. We got to pound the ball up the middle. I, I would love to see a full fledged universal attack from all our running backs. If we need a power back, if Zamir can run and give us like 5 carries of just hard running and like smack them in the mouth, um, because they're lighting they lighten the butt over there at Indy in the middle. They lighten the butt over there in the middle. Kind of similar to us. So they're definitely susceptible to runs up the middle, and they give most of their big runs that they've given up this year is up the middle. I think they have like 5 or 6 rushes for of more than 15 yards just from the middle. Sideline is going to be difficult. We don't have the speedy guys, and the Colts linebackers are just too quick, too fast. They're quick twitches there. We got to attack them at the point of attack, straight ahead, up and down. We need north and south running today, north and south. But again, they're giving up. They're ninth in the league in rush defense, but they give up about 4.5 yards per carry. So you can definitely run on them. We don't need to pass. Again, this is going to be another 30. Give 30 attempts to your running backs. Just commit to them. Give him the ball. Take the ball out of Gino's hands. Let him just mediate the passing game. Don't try and dictate with pass. Mediate the pass with that. So he shouldn't pass it more. Honestly, we need to cut. I said 21 to 25 last week. Maybe cut that down to like 18 to 20 passes. Really. If we do that, we should be in great shape. We should be, I don't want to say hopefully because that's me wishing. We should win the time of possession if we're able to run the ball and have success on first and second down and get into third and short, where now we can utilize rolling Gino out the pocket and throwing the ball downfield or catching him off guard. I don't think the Colts are as good. I think they're overly hyped. I think they just ran into some good matchups. I don't think they're as good as what their record says they are. Like I said, they struggled against the Rams. The Rams kind of brought a lot of things to attention um, in their first loss. But again, the Colts are very optimistic. If we throw the ball, he's gonna throw a pick. They are very opportunistic in that defensive back core, and they do get turnovers. I think they have like 4 interceptions already. They caused a forced fumble. I mean, every game they've won, they've gotten an interception. So we have to minimize Geno mistakes. and just simplify it. If we throw a pick, we're probably most likely going to lose. Um, the Colts are better than the Bears, so there's less room for error in this game, and we just don't want to give freebies. Um, Again, Colts run a base 4-3. A base 4-3. They really, really depend um, on their edge rushers and their linebackers to really get things going. How they shut things down. Uh, they got Zaire Franklin. Guy's a dog. He's a beast. He's gonna come in try and light up Gentry. So we gotta be disciplined with the blocking scheme, and we got to commit to it. And Gentry, you're going to have to look for the cutback lane because they're going to be there. They're going to be there in this base 4-3. There's going to be lanes open. It might not be the lane we want to run through. There's going to be cutback lane. They're they're overly aggressive. They're going to shoot the gaps. They don't really respect it. I know Colton's not there, so it's going to be tough. Show faith, commit to it. They can block this line. They can block these linebackers. They really can. I have faith. I trust it. They're definitely better. And if we have any bit of success, it's going to pay dividends late in the game where we can move the ball. Again, we have to take advantage of the matchups and the lineups when they're going to have to substitute. Take advantage of the substitutions when they bring their backups and the second stringers in. Attack them. Don't let them live. Don't run. No, run right at the matchups. The mismatch, just take advantage of it. Everyone else does it against us. Take advantage of it. So we're going to have to attack when they bring in their backups, when they bring in that second string line, when we have a run offense out there and they have their pass rushers out there. Attack. Go up tempo. Let's pick up the tempo. Let's play with tempo. Let's play with pace. I know you know how to do that. Chip, come on, let's go, baby. Um, Again, responsibility, your responsibility on the line. Just know your responsibility, know who you're blocking, communicate. This is going to be a game that JPJ is going to show you why he's going to be the leader of the offensive line going forward. He's the leader on that line. They're going to have to lean on him, especially with Cole now. He's going to have to call the blocking schemes and help out Gino. I trust JPJ more than I trust Gino right now. So let him call the blocking responsibilities. Let him set it up. Let him call that audible with that. It's going to be difficult because they're going to probably be in shotgun a lot of time. It's going to be hard for them to hear. It's going to be loud in there. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough game. But that's all I have for the offense. Again, I'm running down through this quickly. I can't really go in depth. I know a lot of people watching the game right now. I know a lot of people ain't really watching me, but I wanted to get this out there, get this on tape, so I have it. I was gonna write on the bulletin. I think I have the bulletin board right here. Oh no, these are just the stats. These are just the stats I had. Um, I was going to use the bulletin board. I'll do that in the breakdown probably later today or two later this week. I will be posting this week and recapping week 4, what happened, why we lost, where it went wrong, who's responsible, and why are they responsible. And I'll give answers to what's going on. I have the answer, baby. I got the answers, right? So yeah, if I had that little, this thing right now, if I could do the edit, you ain't got the answers for it, like Kanye, I got the answer. I have the answers. No one else has the. I have the answers. Because if they would have listened to me, we win last week. We have 2 wins. Now, defensive game plan. This is where it's going to get interesting. It's going to be tough. Maximilius Crosby, Max, you are key today because it's going to be on you about gap and lane discipline. If you get out of your responsibility and you go freelance and you do not make the play, it's going to leave us vulnerable and they're going to win and they're going to attack it. And Jonathan, me, me, we're going to abuse that. Hopefully, they don't attack you and allow you to see something or, game plan against you because we don't have the defensive tackles right now. Tyree Wilson, step up today, baby. We need you on the inside today. We need you to lock up that middle today because they run up the middle. They're going to run up the middle. We need you to eat up those blocks up the middle. Butler, we need you to eat up those blocks up the middle. We need you to take on that double team. Do not let this offensive line get to the second wave, second level. If they get to the second level and they can get on White, if they can get on Abrams, if they can get on whatever I don't know linebacker is, if they get on our linebackers, we are in big trouble and we're going to give a big yardage and we're not going to win on third down. D line, y'all have to play big and just eat up blocks and play discipline. Just don't open up the gaps. Force them to the edge. Let's make them run sideline to side. We can run with them. We can run sideline to sideline with these guys. They're not going to beat us sideline to sideline. They're going to beat us at the point of attack, running north and south. If we give that up, it's going to be a long day. Don't let JT, don't let me, don't let JT, don't let Jonathan Taylor sit here and thrive on the inside rushing. And they have an inside zone rushing. They're an inside zone power running team. They're going to run inside all day today, right? And then that's going to lead to the play action pass. That's going to bring up them safeties. That's going to bring up Abrams. That's going to bring up our corners, our linebackers, and they're going to, the double move is going to be there. We have to win early on the line. Also, Patrick Graham, stack the box. Danny Dimes really ain't the passer that he is. Stack the box and force him to win with his arm today. I know it's their weakness versus our weakness. Who's stronger? I think we are. I don't think. I know Danny's going to make he's going to make an error. I think he makes more errors, especially if the pressure is there. If we put the pressure on, they're going to make more. He's going to make more errors than our guys are. Stack the box, force them to pass, run a good, solid, middle zone tier. Have a spot. We need to have a spot because Danny can run. He can definitely run. I know, so we're going to have to play a little bit of man. I would love to see a little bit of man, but in that man, we have to be disciplined. Because if we do man and we turn our backs to him and he takes off, which he can, and he most likely will, it's going to be big yardage that we give up. Stack the box. Force. Stack the middle. The middle is key. Whoever wins the middle today wins the game. That's how important the middle is going to be today. Whoever can establish himself to be the power team and run through the middle, not running sideline to sideline, will win this game. If they beat us running to the sideline, hey, man, they were just a better team. But we need to force them to the outside runs. They're not that good at it. They're great at the point of attack and running north and south and running between their guards. And they're going to run behind their left side. They're going to run behind their left side. They're going to run behind, what's his name? They're going to run behind Quentin Nelson, and they're going to run behind Bernard Rami. They're going to run behind those two today, the left guard and the left tackle. They're going to run to the left a lot today. So we're going to have to stack that side. We're going to stack the middle, and we're going to have to hold on to, stack and push that O-line. Tyree, come on. You got to have today's your day where this team fits your skill set, where they're going to run directly at you. You ain't even really have to, go sideline to sideline. They're going to come directly at you, which is going to be perfect for you. This is your matchup to win today. It really is. They're going to run directly at you. So all you're going to have to really do is stack up your guy. You got the long arms, long arm of the law today, baby. Grab that mother effer. Get them. All right? Devin, D-Dub, D-White, baby. You got to have a big game today because if you are clean, he going to come right at you. Smack the bejesus out of him today. If you can be clean today, it's going to be one-on-one with you a lot today in that hole, in that gap. It's going to be one-on-one with you. You are responsible for JT and everything. You're a best tackler. You know what I'm saying? You have the best anticipation. You're going to lead the team in tackles probably this year. So it's on you today, really, with the responsibility of watching JT. And you're going to have the matchup most of the time if it's a one-on-one between you and him. Let's see who's better today. Show us why you our best linebacker today. It's on you. Play aggressive, play downhill. They're gonna put him in the box for you. You should win that. When it's in the hole 1-on-1, let's see who wins it. But you should have two big plays today. I'm expecting two big plays from you today. At least a strip or a strip sack, or just a third down stop where we stump them. You're gonna come clean. There's gonna be one or two plays where you come clean. You have to make the play, make that tackle. Okay, we can't miss it in the hole. Um, I'm not sure who. I think Abrams, J. A. Not Abrams. I'm thinking of the previous Adams, Jamal Adams. I mean, they kind of play similar, right? Jamal Adams. I believe they should put you on spy duty today. They need to put you on spy duty today, simply because it takes you off and how to defend the slot or defend the tight end, and you can focus on coming downhill when the runs up the middle, and you can spy on Danny Dimes if you try to scramble. He is not faster than you. You're more athletic than him, and you can get a shot and piece him up real. Come clean him up real quick. Let's go. That's your duty. We need to have you on spy duty today. If they don't, they put you in coverage. Good luck. Good luck. Because these Indianapolis wide receivers, they're pretty good. They're gonna look great against us though. They're pretty good, but they're gonna look great. They're gonna look like Pro Bowlers against us if it comes out to that. The most important guys today: Tyree Wilson, Adam Butler, Jonah Lulu. Y'all are the three most important people today. You guys are the three most important people today. It's on you today when it comes to the defensive line. It's on you guys today. If y'all show up today, it's really good, and we're gonna shock and surprise a lot of people, and we're gonna shock and surprise a lot of people who are wrong about the Colts. We can expose the Colts today, but you guys have to step up, eat up them blocks, hold that middle, because they're going to be a power team. They're running up the middle. I ain't watching no. I watch a lot of films. So I know what's going to go on. I know their power scheme. They're a power run, and they're an inside run team. Force them outside. Hold up the blocks. It's gonna be a tough, ugly game where you might not get statistics, but it will be on you guys for the reason why we win. And we have to win early. We have to get pressure. We have to be stout. You got to use your butt today. You're gonna have to sit down and hold them blocks and hold them guards. Don't allow them to pull. Don't allow them to push. If they pull, they run against you, run away from you. Run down that line. Run down that line and stay in your gap responsibility. It's gonna come. The cutback is gonna be right there. I'm telling you, they're gonna have at least 3 or 4 cutbacks today, or counters today that are gonna come right at you guys. The responsibility is on you. Please, PG, put Tyree Wilson on the inside. If we put Tyree on the edge, they're gonna run right at him, and they'll be able to win on the edge because he's just slow. Put him on the inside. It is on you guys to not let this O line get to that second level. If they get to the second level and they get on our linebackers, it's going to be a 150-yard day that we give up on the ground, 150 plus, and they're going to continue to run. Um, so keep our linebackers clean. If they're clean, y'all gonna be clean, and we're gonna look good, and we're gonna have the ball. We're gonna have an opportunity to win the game late, or even win by 10 today. If we do that, if we play discipline, because again, Danny ain't too accurate, and if we can cause any type of duress, he's going to give us an opportunity. You guys, this is the day we get the pick. We can get a multiple turnover game today. I can see that if we play discipline and we get the pressure and force him to do something that he's not confident in himself yet, quite yet. He has confidence when they're winning, but you see what happens when it gets a little shaky and they can't front run like it happened in the Rams. He's gonna make a mistake. Um. So, and do they have anything else? Yeah, that was it. That was it. Linebackers, stay clean. They're gonna come up the middle, stack the left side. We gotta keep them away from that left. That left side is strong. The left side is very strong. So like I said, Quentin Nelson, and Quentin Nelson, and what is it? I forgot the other guy's name. It's like Ben something old. What's his name? Bernard. Yeah, and Bernard Raman. They're running behind them today. They're gonna be running behind that left guard, Quentin Nelson, and they're gonna run behind Bernard, that left tackle. Gotta take that away. We gotta take that inside away. We gotta force them outside. Um, gotta keep them out of third and short. Last thing on defense, we have to win on third down, win early, and get them in third and long. In third and short, they're gonna run the ball on third and short majority of the time. You know, they will run. Typically, I believe they pass a little bit. Just like I said, I'm reading my notes. I'm reading my notes. I feel it says around 60% of the time they pass on third down. If we get them in the third and four, third and three, they're gonna run it quite a bit. I think they're gonna go for the fourth down a couple of times against us if they get into like third and one, because they're just gonna think they're stronger than us and they're gonna force it and they're gonna quarterback sneak or things like that. But if it's like third and three, third and four, they're gonna run and go for no fourth, depending on where the ball is on the field. Um, but when it gets to third and five, third and six, they're most likely gonna pass. But be ready for the third and four run. Don't get too far up the field or outside because, yeah, offense, protect the ball. Gino, protect the ball. Coach defense, they cause turnovers. They're a very opportunistic team. They're going to attack. They they're going to attack, and attack. Gino you're gonna have a long if Chip Kelly has a pass game against this team, we're gonna lose. Because we're going to give up about 3 to 4 sacks, maybe even more. And Gino's going to throw a pick because they are very opportunistic. They have good, almost. I'm gonna say good. I'm not gonna say great. Too many people throw that word great around right now. They have good pass rushers, and they get to the quarterback. They sack the quarterback a lot. I think they have 10 sacks and 10 sacks in 4 games. 10 sacks in 4 games. So I mean, they're that's 2 sacks a game. If including today's game, that would be 2 sacks per game. That's quite a few. So 10 in 4 games, about what, 3.5? Yeah, about three and some change. If we have to pass it that much, it's gonna be a long day for Gino, and he's gonna throw a pick. He's gonna throw a pick. He's leading picks. He'll throw another one, maybe throw two if it gets like that. So we have to be better, protect the ball. And how you protect the ball is you run directly at them and commit to it. I'm telling you, that's going to open up everything we want to do. If we commit to the run, we're going to have success, especially running in between the guards and running right at them. Run right at JPJ today. Run right behind him. Run right behind Parham. Run behind the guards today. Run directly at them. We're not running sideline to sideline. We're running power running game, power inside. Let's match it, power for power. Let's match power for power today. Don't give their defensive ends a chance to really attack. Who is it, Forsyth or whoever they put in at the left tackle position? Don't give them a chance to attack that and abuse that and to cause confusion on our own line. It should be a simple game plan. Simple game plan. Again, we take away their run, we force them to pass. I believe we have a better secondary than Danny Dimes can throw the ball. Yes, their receivers, if we just line it up, are better than our corner. They'll win one on one. But when you include everything, we include pressure, when you include that clock, when you include the opportunity for him to make a mistake on a big stage, I think he'll make that mistake more than we'll make the mistake. But if we don't, and we let him get comfortable, we don't bring no pressure. We allow him to sit back there. Those receivers are going to get open. He's going to go for like 220 yards, 230, and maybe have 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns passing, one probably rushing. We can't don't let's not let Danny Dimes look like he's a Pro Bowl quarterback today, please. Um, they're pretty much 50-50 with how their game plan is with running and passing. It's like 50-50. So whatever they want to attack, they're going to do. But when they do run, they're going to run up the middle. Stack, they're going to run up the middle and the middle left. So let's take that away. Um, with that being said, we're right at the 30-minute mark. I got it in. I know it's a little late. I know a lot of people will come back to it. This is for everyone, just so we can have something to talk about, so people can come here and say, "Hey, man, what was your game plan?" I'm not doing it with hindsight. This is what I had. I'm doing it right now. I haven't even turned the game on. I'm still running late for church. I got to get ready for church. It is what it is. Week 5 is commit and discipline. If we can play discipline, we play ball, we can play clean ball. We can win this game, and we can show them and show these experts that they are overhyping an overhyped Indianapolis Colts team. Yes, they're playing okay to decent ball. Their defense is great. Their defense is opportunistic. That offense is trash. I don't think the offense is that good. They're not trash. Let me take that back. They're not trash, but they're not who we thought. They're who we thought they are. For the words of Dennis Green, they are who we thought they are. Right. So, with that being said, thank you for stopping by. It's your boy JT, Mr. Up4Review himself, the king of controversy in the Raider Nation, Raider podcasting, because I'm always right. And people want to argue with it. People want to they can't disrespect me. They can disagree with me, but you don't disrespect me because I end up right. You just don't like that I am right. I see the game differently. I see the game for what it is. I know how it is. I know how it's going to be played. I know what it is and what we need. See, everyone else talks about what is, the possibilities, hope. We should be able to do this. We can. No, I'm telling you what we will do, what we need. Let me tell you that. Let me change that again. I tell us how we can win with what we have that can win and how they play. Most people say, and not most, every fucking one else, every other Raider content creator will say, we need them to do this, and it's not what that player can do. I tell you how we can win with the players we have utilizing their skill set. No other fucking content creator does that. They're lying, they're full of crap, and they don't know how to do it. I'm the only one that does it. Yeah, I'm talking my crap right now. It sounds narcissistic as you want, but just look at the footage. You can go anywhere you want. No one can argue what the facts are. I say how we can win with what we have to win. We can win games, absolutely, but we have to win doing it with the talent we have. And most people always talk about we need them to play better. We need them to do what we know what we think they can do. No, 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 no. I say we can win with what we know they have and how they can play. I do a game plan based on the skill set of the player we have. Everyone else will build a game plan on how they think they can play. That's the difference. And that's why everyone else talks about optimism, and I just talk about the literal truth and what the facts are and who we have and what we have and how we can win within. Everyone else talks about the hypothetical shit. Here are the possibilities, and this is what we can do, and I hope. That's why it's all wrong, and them optimistic channels will lead you astray, lead you to frustration, lead you to freaking having ulcers, lead you to breaking your TV, doing all that wrong shit because you go in with hope and no idea of what truly the talent that we have. Because we do have talent, but we have to utilize it and put in a position to showcase that. And we just haven't showcased our talent very well over the last decade and a half. We've had tremendously talented guys come in here, but we have not used them. And then when they leave us and they go somewhere else, it's like, well, why was that out here? It was because it's called coaching. We still haven't utilized Trey Tucker. Like, yo, the play action would be beautiful today for Dorland and Tucker and for them today. Especially with the play action, with us running the ball, that's going to be open so much today. They can take off and get them safeties out of there, make them respect. Hey, give them 2 or 3 catches early, force them to have to actually guard, which is going to take a lot of relief off of them safeties coming down and filling that box up and putting more pressure on the running game. No, like I said, we have talent. It's just not being used properly and correctly, which is why we're losing a lot of. We have a mismatch somewhere, but we can't even get to it because we're not even in position to take advantage of it. And that's why the Raiders lose games. When we have an opportunity for a mismatch, where we have Trey on a linebacker, or we could, misdirection is gonna be big today. Utilizing motion today is gonna be big today. Motion, seeing if they're in man, seeing if they're in zone, taking advantage, sitting in the proper zone, just moving the sticks, dictating pace. It's gonna be huge today on both sides of the ball. This is a big game. This is an identity game. This is the culture changing game for both teams. Culture changing, especially if the Raiders win and if they win convincingly and they do it properly. You change the culture of your team today. We're just gonna have to see what's gonna happen. How do I see it? If we do this game plan, we change the culture. If they don't do this game plan, we are who we thought we are with what we have. And I'm not gonna be frustrated and upset. I got my frustration out months ago when we made the initial signing. I got my frustration out then. So I'm not gonna be frustrated. I'm gonna look at what we have. I'm gonna see what we can build on. I'm gonna see who needs to stay. I know who needs to go. But I'm gonna see if they play up. See how their offseason workout went, how dedicated to the craft they've been, and if that's something that we can build upon and we need to keep and develop and bring someone in who can develop and enrich the talent and enrich what's inside that player. And guys who don't or who old or need to move on, it's time to move on from them. That includes Max Crosby. So with that being said, man, y'all enjoy the game. Have a wonderful Sunday. Let's go Raiders. Y'all can do this today. Hopefully, Chip, and them coaches and Pete, and Patrick Graham had the same mindset that I did. Because if they do, we're sitting good. If they don't, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. And I know people are like, how do you know? I know more than them. Yes, I do. I know more than them. I know more than them with the players we have because clearly they don't know what they have because they're not utilizing it. So I definitely know what we have and how to use it. And I'm gonna start sending my game. You know what? I do need to get this out earlier. I'm gonna start sending my game plan to Chip and them, even if they don't get it. I just want to send it. And I do have someone I can send it to, but he's in baseball. And shout out to my Dodgers. Got that dub yesterday against some Phillies. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Dodgers out there. But it is what it is, man. Thank y'all again for coming. Thank y'all again for coming. Thank y'all for showing up, and thanks for watching this video. I'm keeping it short. I know the span within 30 minutes. I ain't trying to have a long one. It's been a pleasure. Raiders, let's go. If y'all follow my game plan, we get the dub. If y'all don't, it's gonna be a lot of stuff I need to critique and I'll look at. So yes, y'all have a wonderful time. Enjoy the game. Let's get it. Raiders. That was terrible.